So, shall we get started? Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Tonight we're heading towards the beautiful circuit of America in Austin, Texas. We're here today for the season finale of the FRL 100% League. There's still a championship to be decided today. Kevin is 15 points behind Dixon at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Dixon, however, is not racing tonight, so it's actually all on Kevin today. If he scores more than 15 points, he wins this championship in the 100% League. If he fails to do so, Dixon becomes champion without even attending. Kevin just basically needs to finish 6th or higher, and then he will be a champion. It's going to be very exciting for sure, because you know why. It's going to be a wet race, and it will be wet all the way. It's expected to dry up a bit towards the end, but we'll see no slicks today, I reckon. I'm expecting full wets in the beginning and intermediates towards the end. That's my opinion on it. We've seen the weather forecast, so. And then we have a bit of a track guide. It is a relatively new track in my opinion. Yeah, it's a relatively new track. It has only been open for 9.5 years, which isn't a lot. And the circuit has 20 corners with 2 DRS zones. The first is a sector 2 on the long straight. And the second one is at the finish line. The biggest turns to watch out for tonight are definitely turns 3 to 9. It is very easy to get track limits warnings here, and it's also very easy to bin it when it rains. So we're gonna be watching out for that tonight, guys. That was a bit of the introduction. Now let's wait to get ready up. We'll have 56 laps around the beautiful circuit of the USA, which is an awful lot in the rain. So I doubt when we are going to actually finish the race, or just going to like race 2 hours or something. So yeah, we'll see about that. Definitely is going to be a long race though. I'm expecting a few DNFs tonight as well, because yeah, it's just the rain. And USA isn't like the easiest track on the calendar as well, so especially like Sector 1 is very hard to nail in the rain. But I know these guys have been practicing for it a lot, so let's see. Let's see if these guys can, and let's see if Kevin actually can claim his title here in FRL 100%. It's definitely going to be an interesting one to watch. But if he fails to do so, Dixon wins the championship without even attending. Yeah, and Emmergunner has his 3rd place secured in the championship. He's in for tonight though. He will start from P19 if I'm not mistaken. We also have a few battles towards the midfield if I'm not mistaken. Let me quickly grab the standings up a bit. We'll have a battle for P4, I believe, between Swinney, who's in for tonight, is Akkord. Akkord is also in for tonight. He's 19 points behind Swinney. And then we also have Aldrich, who is 28 points already behind Swinney. It's going to be a tough one, but it is possible though. Then we also have a battle for P7 between Jay Hartnell, Eat My Dust, and Matteo Emiliosi. Only 5 points separate these 3 drivers, so it's going to be a very interesting one to watch as well. So we'll keep an eye out for all these battles on track very shortly here. In terms of constructors, it's also going to be like pretty decent in terms of constructors, yeah. I mean, Alpine has a 31 point advantage over Williams. And Williams is only 5 points in front of Mercedes, and Mercedes is only 9 points in front of Ferrari. So yeah, we'll be watching out for that tonight. Those are the main contenders for the Constructors' Championship. They are Alpine, Williams, Mercedes, and Ferrari. Do we have both Ferraris in? We have Jay Hartnell in. And Link's Peace, yeah, alright. They're in for tonight for Ferrari, and we have the Mercedes of Kevin, or yeah, Big Balls is Kevin, and Sniper Hunter for Williams, We have Akkad, who's also was really consistent. And no second driver, I can see. Oh, we have second driver as well. Oh, and Warrior, right, yeah, the Warrior. The Warrior and Akkad are a pretty strong team as well. And Alpine is the main, they have Jax and Modi. Yeah, the constructors can go literally anywhere. But as you see, we're on the loading screen to get started with the 100% race around the COTA circuit, or Circuit of the Americas, which is the USA. But yeah, we'll be on the way very shortly, guys. Don't go anywhere. As we're waiting for the guys to ready up till we get started here, but as you can see, it is really wet. So yeah, it's gonna be a really interesting one around the USA. We also see loads of new front wings there, ready to go up and rolling. I'm sure they're going to be used an awful lot around here. They are going to be used an awful lot here. I'm convinced of that. But let's see, I know Kevin is starting from pole position. So it's a really nice way to start your weekend off and to try and win the championship. Is to take pole, and he did that. He did get that extra point, which could be an advantage. If he does end up in P6 or higher today, he will be champion. So let's see if he can do that or if he can't. Guys probably all are loading up their setups and stuff until we go to the grid for the formation lap here. Yeah, that's basically it. Takes an awful lot. Yeah, it takes loads of time, to be fair. I really hope you're not on the way yet. That this game hasn't glitched or something. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh, it'll start in 30 seconds from now on, so that is well arranged by the admins, I think, to not like ready up that early. Because you need to do your race strategy, you need to load your setup, you need to do loads of stuff, and it's also, that's always very nice and easy if you can just take a little of your time for it, which is like 2 minutes, I believe, I'm not mistaken, 2 minutes. But this is your grid for tonight's Grand Prix here. We have Kevin on pole, we have Jax in second place with Thor in third, and Eat My Dust in P4. The Alpha Tower is looking very nice there. Then we have Bruce in P5 with Swanny in P6, with Lynx in P7, Sniper in P8, Kikata P9, Moody in P10, Will in P11, Echo P12, Jay Hartnell in P13, Kane for Lars in P14, Wildog in P15, Dylan in P16, Amagun in P17. He's been moved up 2 places, I believe. Then we have Jew in 18th and Max in 19th. And the Warrior will start from the back of the grid. That is your grid for tonight here. Let's put the tires on the obviously all full wets. As you guys can see, it's really like raining an awful lot. So it'll be full wets at this point. I just put the full track map as well. Telemetry is always very easy. Like that, we get a nice view here of the track. Yeah, no, it's a bit foggy. Not the best way to say it then. Not the best moment to have said that. But they are predicting a 1 or 2 stop on full wets, but I believe we go to Inters towards the end of the race. So it's going to be very interesting to see if these guys are going to stretch the full wets until it's intermediate time. It depends on the safety car as well, obviously, the amount of safety cars. Or they're just going to stretch it towards the intermediates. Yeah, loads of things to watch out for tonight, actually. But we have Kevin coming towards the grid. He's only 2 corners away now. And then we will be underway here with the American Grand Prix. So Mercedes is doing a nice job in terms of constructors at this point as well. P1 and P8. Obviously they're not like an awful lot of people who have qualified yesterday. Because qualifying took place yesterday, for those who don't know. Qualifying took place yesterday, like it does in real life, like 1 day before the actual event. But there were only, I think, 8 or 9 people in, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 10. So yeah. We will wait until the drivers are ready, and then we'll be underway here with the American Grand Prix. Should be any minute, and this is a bit of a glitch, isn't it? This is a bit nicer. It slides out, and away we go. It is very hard to launch a car if it's that wet. Let's see if something happens in this first corner here. We have the Alpine towards the inside there. Kevin goes towards the outside. Do we have some crashes or something? We don't, I think. No, we don't have any crashes. It was really nice to see. Guys kept it really clean, but now it's like that's this section. There goes the McLaren of COTA. And that is your first DNF and your first victim of tonight's Grand Prix here. Yeah, we expected that in the S sections, like I said before. It was a annoying way there, but yeah, these things happen, you know. Swaney trying to attack, eat my dust there towards the inside he goes, and Swaney is up to 4th place now. Lucky, ooh, is that going a bit wide there? Don't get really nice view, and we have an incident there towards the back of the grid between Moody and Joe. We have Sniper Hunter and Amaguner. The rebels letting each other through or something. I hope they can keep it clean here, because you're both the same constructor. Keep it clean, guys. Swaney now really on his way to Taurus, while only half a second behind him. As we have William over battling it out with Dylan at the moment in the Haas. We have also battles towards the back of the grid at the moment. And Swaney has moved... What's happened to Swaney? Has moved down an awful lot of positions there. And he's in the pit lane. He must have taken some damage there. And Moody has retired. Moody has been there, I think. And that causes the first virtual safety car of the evening here. And we are in only 1 lap underway. And Sniper Hunter DNF'd as well. There's already 3 guys DNF'd, and that caused a full safety car. Well, meanwhile the Warrior gets a 5-second time penalty for severe collision with Max there. Max will probably have this penalty removed because the Warrior drove towards the back of him. Not sure how that happened, but stewards will review it, I'm pretty sure of that. Meanwhile though, already 3 DNFs here, and we are only 1 lap on the way, and we still have 55 laps to go. So yeah, gonna be a long night I think. But yeah, we already have 3 retirements. These are Sniper Hunter, Moody and COTA. We're waiting for these guys to get behind the safety car here. Right on board with Shax, who is currently leading. Kevin is currently winning the title here in the Mercedes with only 1 lap on the way, so can go either way though. Can go anyway. Swenny, yeah, he's had a moment somewhere I think, and it's just collided with someone or break himself a bit. I'm not sure what happened there. But he's lost a bit of his front wing there, got a bit of damage, and is very lucky that the safety car is out. Because he can now just, yeah, he has lost like 10 positions or something, but not like really major damage at this point. So that's a good thing for him. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the positions they all gained or lost. Swaney obviously down 11 places, but with the Warrior who's up 6 places, same for Max. Then we have Amagun who's up 8 places, Dylan is up 9 places, he's made a very nice start there. Jack's up 1 place in the lead at the moment, and we have Lynx who's up 3 places and is in P4 at the moment. Also doing a wicked job. It's a bit of a weird view. We have Max and the Warrior who have decided to come into the pits. So what are they going to do here? Oh, they both have a stop and go penalty. Alright, I get it. They will just serve this stop and go penalty of 5 seconds, yeah. Yeah, that's nice that they do that. They drop a couple of positions though, but they're behind the safety car, so it doesn't really like matter. In this way, Swaney can move up to 15th position, gain 2 positions with that. And now we're waiting for the safety car to get back in the pit lane and to really get the racing underway back again. But we have an Alpine leading at the moment though, so they're doing serious business here in the championship. I think if Jax can maintain that, Alpine will win the Constructor title as well. But they already have a retirement, haven't they? Moody has DNF, but also as has Sniper Hunt, who is in Mercedes. They're the main rivals alongside Williams and Ferrari. Yeah. That's not looking really good for both of them then. But Williams are in P10 and 17 at the moment. They're not doing like that great at the moment though. But yeah, we still have, what is it, 54 laps to race? Yeah, 54 laps or something, so. Hopefully we don't have too many safety cars though, because that, yeah, isn't really good for the race, is it? If you're just racing constantly behind the safety car, that's not fun for anyone, is it? Meanwhile though, is the safety car deciding to come into pit lane, or is it decided to stay out for 1 more lap? I think it could be a late call, you know. It could be a late call, will be late call, will be around for 1 more lap I think, yeah. It will stay out for 1 more lap, the Mercedes safety car. On some tracks we have the Aston Martin safety car who was introduced this year if I'm not mistaken. And on some tracks we have still the traditional Mercedes safety car. And this is a really weird view and I'm not sure what this is, but really weird view that. Let's wait for the safety car to come into the pit lane at the end of this lap. It will be Yeah, it will be at the end of this lap. I'm 100% sure of that. It looks so wet, bro. It looks so wet. They must be happy it's not like thunderstorm weather, because thunderstorm weather is like a lot worse than this. Yeah. Then you have also like a light flicker in your eyes and stuff, and that's not great to have. I've experienced with that as well. It will come around now towards the long straight in sector 2. Yeah. We've everyone behind the safety car, so it is in this lap. Hopefully they all keep a bit of distance. It was being said in the chat though. They have made an announcement like, don't go too close to the car in front of you and keep a bit of distance, so you don't really get like the 5-second time penalty and stuff, because that's just a stupid way to get a 5-second time penalty. So just keep your distance a bit and do it safely. That's the best way for everyone. Safety cars in this lap. We got the notification from race control there. So yeah, we'll be back on the way racing speed very soon here, which is really nice to see, because we haven't seen too many at the moment. Let's actually see some racing now. I think the driver is not taking any risks at the moment with these tires though. They must have such a little grip. When will Jack decide to go? Will it be it'll be around this corner probably, and just go near the accelerator. Yes, he's decided to go for it, has Jack. And now we're in here, and we're back on the way. With this weird view as well, what the fuck. Let's actually see what happens on the restart. Can't do it with that kind of view. Let's see here. We have Thor, who's already at the back of Kevin there. He's only 2 tenths behind. And he is trying to make a move on him. Dylan in P6 right at the back of Bruce now at the moment. Just get a bit of raindrops on their screen, which is really nice. That's realistic though. I have to give them that. Dylan is trying to make a move. He's going towards the inside of Bruce there in the horse. And he is up to P5. Yeah, he took that cleanly and he's in P5 now, but Bruce is not letting him walk away with that. He's towards the outside, losing loads of ERS of both drivers there. And he can't, yeah, and Dylan makes the mistake, and Bruce is down to 6th place now. And they've Eat My Dust right behind Bruce, and with William as well at the back. Then with Amaguna at the back of William. We have a really nice train here. Eat My Dust is really looking for a way to get past Bruce as soon as possible. Then we have a battle between Swinny and Wild Dog here. Can they produce a nice battle here? In the Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo. Swinny is past Wild Dog now, or isn't he? Will be towards the inside of Swinny there. We get a 3-second time penalty for track limits, and he's the first one to receive that. Meanwhile, Dylan puts the fastest lap in 1:53.4, and he's right at the back of Lynx here. He is right at the back of Lynx now. Can he make a move after the S section here? Let's take a close look at this battle here, because this is going to be absolute madness. It's also close. It's all still so close. It's really nice to see. We have a battle. Oh my goodness, trying to make a move on William there. Towards the inside he goes. Can he make the move stick though? William going way out of shape there. Way out of track. And oh my goodness, up to 8th place. Jay Hartner now battling out with Gainful Odds. In the battle for P11 that is. Jay Hartner goes towards the inside of Gainful Odds here. In the Ferrari, and is he up to 11th place? Can make the move stick? Yes, Jay Hartnell up to 11th place here. Also need to mention he's a tier 2 champion as Jay Hartnell. Needed to mention that. Meanwhile, at the back of the grid though, loads of battles going on between Wild Dog, Max, the Warriors in it as well. In the mix, Warrior towards the inside of Max. Oh, lost a bit of control there at the Warrior. But kept it clean and on track. Kept control of it. And Kevin now really close to Jack, I see. Kevin puts a fast slap in 153.1 now for Kevin here. A really nice time. And meanwhile, Eichel gets a 3-second time penalty here. And Dylan makes a move on links. They go side by side into the S section. Oh, that doesn't fit too, I think. Oh, that's alright. Nice. Clean racing there. And Dylan is up to P4 now. With Lynx dropping on the order to P5. With Eat My Dust, who is still behind Bruce, but only like half a second. But it doesn't seem to get past Bruce at this point. The Warrior Max also still close to each other there, but I know it is really difficult to really overtake on full watts. Need to be a lot faster actually to overtake in very wet circumstances like this. So basically, if you start in front, you have just a massive advantage over the rest of the grid. We have Eat My Dust still 4 tenths behind Bruce, and he's really trying. He's really trying to make a move. As we have Eichel and Jay Hartnell here battling it out in the battle for P10 and 11. Eichel has a 3-second time penalty to his name though. We have a yellow flag, and that is Swinney again. Swinney has lost it again there, and he is down to 17th place now. So we have Max and the Warrior also still battling it out. In the battle for P14 and P15. Dylan though only 3 tenths behind Thor now. He's really on his way now, isn't he? 152.0 as well, a new fastest lap for Dylan. And we have yellow flag in sector 3, not sure who that is. But Dylan is now up to P3. He's made the move stick on Thor. And his next victim could be Kevin though. And what has happened with the yellow flags? Isn't like really someone off or something? William gets the first 3-second time penalty here to his name. He will serve that towards the end of the race. Meanwhile though, loads of battles going on. I'm really enjoying this. It's all so tight to each other at this point. Eat My Dust and Bruce still really close to each other. With Bruce now trying to trying to close that gap to Lynx now, but he is only 3 tenths behind now. He is trying to force his way through, but yeah, not easy on full watts though. It's not easy on full watts. And let's see when it's going to be time for Intus as well. It's not by this point, I can tell you that, but it was expected to like dry up a bit towards the end. So I'm really I'm curious to see how that one will work out in the end. Kevin is right behind Jax now. He's right at the tail of Jax. He is already for the entire Grand Prix, and Dylan is looking really rapid here in the rain. Can he make a move with Kevin as well though? He only needs to, what is it? Kevin only needs to finish a P6 or higher and he will be champion, so no pressure for him at that point, but Max and Swinny battling it out here in the battle for P15, that is. As Thor gets his first 3-second time penalty, he needs to serve out at the end of the race, as all the other drivers need to do that. Gainful Odds and Jay Hartnell also battling it out here on track. Dylan gets his first 3-second time penalty. That's good news for Jax and Kevin at this point, that he gets a time penalty, because he's one of, I think he's the fastest driver at the moment on track. So you will try to make a move as soon as he can, though. Can you do it on the main straight here? I can't do that, and we have a yellow flag, and that is Gainful Odds in the Haas, who has binned it. Yeah, he just has binned it on the exit there. No major front wing damage though. Not sure if he's gonna pit, but the Warrior now forcing his way through Wild Dog there, and he's up to P12 at this point. Meanwhile, everyone's still staying very, very close to each other. We still have loads of battles to go for here. This is what we like to see, guys. This is really what we like to see. We're now in lap 10 of the 56. As William is attacking Eat My Dust here in the battle for P7, P8. Eat My Dust is not letting that happen. He is towards the inside again, and can he make, will he make some move here? Do they touch? They don't touch, but it is really close racing there. And William, almost lost control there, the Red Bull. Dylan and Kevin are next to each other in the S section here. He has tried it. He has tried to make a move in Kevin here. And Kevin needs to let Jax go on this occasion. He needs to let him go on this occasion here. And also Thor is trying to benefit from that battle. And we have a yellow flag that is Eat My Dust. He is in the wall though. He is in the wall, but has he lost his front wing as well? Yes, he has. And that is not easy to drive without in the full watts. And that caused a safety car as well, you know. That has caused a safety car, that crash. It was not a DNF, it has caused a safety car. So that is the second safety car of tonight's Grand Prix here. And we are in lap 10 out of 56. This is, yeah, that is just good news for everyone, I think. So we'll reform again. After, yeah, behind the safety car, we'll be underway in like 2 or 3 laps again. Yeah, we have expected that though. We had expected that. It is obviously not easy on full watts, and especially around America. It is a tough track. You can easily spin without like rain. So yeah. Is anyone deciding to pit or something for new full watts? Now is the time. Eat My Dust definitely is, because he's just lost his entire nose. Really went out of track there. As Gainful Odds moves into 16th position as well, because Eat My Dust went off track there. Is Gainful Odds pitting? Yes, he is. He has a bit of damage from that spin there. So they both in for new tires here. As we all are reforming behind the safety car in lap 11 at this point. Jax is still leading in the Alpine, and that is a nasty way to get a 3-second time penalty for track limits behind the safety car, and getting a 3-second time penalty is just a bit dumb in my opinion. But either way though, it can happen. definitely can happen, yeah. But it needs, we all need to learn from that kind of mistakes there. Thought someone was like, thought had spinned it there, but yeah, was just warming up his tires, I think. We are waiting for the Haas and Alpine drivers. Alpine, what I'm saying, AlphaTauri. The Haas and AlphaTauri tire. Forgive me, it's really late now. The Haas and the AlphaTauri drivers reform behind the safety car. Still behind the Mercedes safety car. Let's actually look at the tires. Will not be like important because everyone's a full wet. Is anyone a fresh full wets though? Only game for loss. I need my dust at this point. Let's take a look at the time penalties. There's loads of guys for 2-second time penalties, probably all in that S section of the track, like these S's in sector 1. Positions gained and lost though is going to be a bit nice to see as well. We have Dylan is now up 13 places from the start. He's doing a wicked job at the moment. And we're going up 9 places. The Warrior up 9 places. Eat my dust down 13 places after that crash. As Juke gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm not sure why he's pitting. Maybe new front wing though, yeah. It was a new front wing. We are back on the way to racing speed after this lap, I'm sure of that. Because everyone will be behind the safety car at that point. So we'll be back on the way around lap 13 now. These asses, man, they are literally a pain in the ass. They literally are. If you cut a bit too much, it's just so easy to get a time penalty, and especially in wet circumstances, that is just, it's not easy though. It's really not easy. If you finish this race, you've really earned my respect. Literally, this needs to be one of the hardest tracks to do wets on as well. Sniper Hunter comes in the chat, not sure what happened on first lap, try to avoid a car in front. Yeah, no worries mate, you'll get another chance this next season, won't you? It's the season finale, so no worries. Keep it good work mate, yeah thank you mate. I'm trying to do my best for my own, but also for the league as well. So yeah, thanks for that, and you keep it good work as well. We have Jack's now reforming the grid a bit, but this is really slow as the Haas just stopped on track there. Dylan just stopped there, and that causes Bruce to get a 5-second time penalty. Or William actually tapped the back of Bruce there. So Bruce will get this 5-second time penalty, probably be removed, but yeah. It's just annoying if you get it. Because if you pit, you are serving it. If you want it or not, you will serve it. Waiting for the leader to be ready though. We had the message to safety cars in this lap. So after this corner, we will be going again here. And he has decided to give it a go. Has the Alpine driver again. Kevin has a nice... Dylan has a really nice restart there. Oh, Dylan's a real nice restart. He is towards the outside though, and Kevin takes the inside line. Dylan is out of track there, bit out of shape as well. And Kevin took P2 back on that occasion. Dylan takes P2 back now. Tall wants to be in the mix as well now. Oh, Kevin a bit under pressure here now. He's also a second already behind Dylan, and Jack's 1.5 seconds at this point. Not sure what's happened to Kevin there. May have picked up some damage with the battle with Dylan or something. With Jacksonville, they are gone now, I think. 1.5 seconds is already, yeah, it's a big gap. As Amaguna goes to P6 though, in front of Bruce at this point. We have Jay Hartnell crashing. And that is a yellow flag sector 2 with Jay Hartnell, it is, yeah. He has been there as well, and Dylan... Ooh, Dylan went out of shape there, I'm not sure what happened. But he's still behind Jags at this point. And Kevin is in P3, which will win with the championship at this point. As Amaguna and Bruce still battling here. Amaguna towards the outside, really nice overtake there. Bruce couldn't make the move. Stick there on Amaguna. Thor and Kevin now battling, and Thor is up to P3. Kevin dropping down to P4 at this point, and Lynx is behind, and Kevin has damage. Yeah, I knew it. I knew Kevin had some damage. He was dropping back way too far for that. Oh, and this, he must be actually, oh, he must be fuming with this. He literally needs to be fuming with this. At this point, Dixon wins championship though, at this point. As Wilder gets his first 3-second time penalty here, he needs to serve at the end of the Grand Prix. So we have Sweeney now right behind Warrior. Oh, loads of battles here again. Kevin needs to make up some big time on everyone though. He needs to finish at P6 or above. That's gonna be a hard job from now on, unless there is gonna be another safety car though, which it most likely will be a few. But yeah, you never know though. What else do we have going on the track? Amaguna is going to try to move on Lynx here. I can see that one coming. Amaguna towards the outside. Lynx defends his line there. Couldn't make the overtake on that occasion, Amaguna. Maybe try the outside or inside line here on this corner. No, he can't. As Eat My Dust goes up to P13, and Gameful Odds takes the position back from Eat My Dust. And they both come together there. They both come together there. And Eat My Dust, I think they don't have damage though. Maybe Eat My Dust is damaged, but I don't think Gameful Odds is damaged. They both saved it really nicely there actually. As we have Sweeney now behind Akkot, battling it out. Ooh. Or was it Akkot? No, it was the Warrior. Sorry for that, it was the Warrior. As Emo Dust gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting and a 5-second time penalty for speeding the pit lane. Will he decide to make it an end? Yes, he will. He DNFs in the pit lane. And that is our 4th DNF of the evening. And that's really not good news for AlphaTauri there. Amaguna still behind Lynx here. Emo does his left session as well, yeah. Could see that one coming after those 10-second time penalty. That is just, yeah, that's frustrating. What else we got for battles on track? Ooh, Lynx going really, really far to the left there. And Amaguna can't make a move again on this occasion on the Ferrari driver. What else we got going on here? We have Sweeney right at the back of Akkot with the Warrior right behind Sweeney as well. Sweeney is being sandwiched by Williams here. He's towards the inside there of Akkot. Can he make the move stick on Akkot? Oh, it's really close there. It's close. The two Williamses behind Aston Martin here. They can still win the championship, and Akkot lets the Warrior through as well. That caused the Warrior to move up to P8 and P9, and 22 is up to P8 at this point. Meanwhile, Amaguna still hasn't overtaken Lynx here. He doesn't seem to literally like make an attack, as Kevin still is 9 seconds behind 15th place Jay Hartnell. But Big Balls Kevin is now doing the fastest lap at 151.0 here. Times are really getting better and better by the lap. We're not even halfway though. We're not even halfway. So yeah, anything can happen. Dylan 3 tenths behind Jax now. He is 3 tenths behind. Ooh, can he make a move? Can he make a move on Jack? He will not do that on this occasion. Amaguna will. Amaguna is towards the outside of Lynx, but bit of try, bit of switch back there. Amaguna, can he do that? No. Lynx defends his line again, and he's still in P4. And Bruce still right behind Amaguna as well, and William at the tail of Bruce. And then we have a 3-second gap to Swinney, with his battle with the Warrior Akot not being over yet. Dylan isn't trying to make a move now on the Alpine driver. Can he do it now? Ooh, it's gonna be risky if you try it. Oh, he does it towards the inside, late braking there. And he makes the move on Jax here. And Dylan is up to first place at this point. Jax doesn't have a time penalty though, and Dylan has. So he needs to pull out a 3-second gap as soon as he can. Which is not easy for him to do, I think. Torque gets another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting in the S section of the track. Meanwhile, Kevin put it the fastest lap of the race and it was 15.9, I think it was, 50.8 or 50.9. And then we have a yellow flag that is gainful odds in the S section as well. It goes really nice out the way for Kevin there. Who's at the P15 now. William right behind Bruce still. Can he make a move on his teammate though? It's all tight here. As tight as you can get in a 100% race. Can Amaguna still behind Lynx? He's already for so many laps behind Lynx. As is Bruce behind Amaguna and William behind Bruce. They're a bit like stuck behind each other. That's not benefiting them at all, but yeah. Meanwhile, Dylan has pulled out a 1.2 second gap already to Jax. Thor's still in third though. But he has like a 6 or 9 second time penalty, hasn't he? He has a 6-second time penalty. Bruce is trying to make a move on Amaguna, but yeah. They're literally just all following each other here at this point. Nicely, they still stay like close to each other though. That's really nice to see. Gainful odds in the pit. He has paid up some damage from that crash. And he has. I won't decide to end it though, because there's still a chance when there's another safety car coming out. Jay Hartnell gets a 3-second time penalty there for multiple warnings for track limits. He will serve that at the end of the race as well. He is in P14 at this point, and we have a yellow flag. And who is that? Is that Swinney again? That is Swinney again. He's not had the best day today, has he? And I saw debris on the track. And that has caused another safety car. that is already safety car number 3. Oh yeah, he's lost his entire front wing. No, he's just lost his entire front wing with that. Alright, yeah. But that is already our third safety car of this Grand Prix, and we only, like, I think we were in lap 18 of the 56, so already third safety car at this point. This is on average like a safety car per 5 laps. I think Dylan will be fuming with that because he has a 3-second time penalty. And he had to pull out a gap to Jax, who is pitting though. He doesn't have damage, does he? It's just new tires. Yep, fresh tires for Jax. Just wants a fresh set of wet tires there. As is Fake Causa, Bruce is in the pit lane. We have Swinney in the pit lane for a new nose. Obviously, Jay Hartnell in the pit lane for fresh tires. And maybe new nose, not sure. No, just fresh tires. Inters for Jay Hartnell. Did he really just go out on Inters? Let's see that. Not like seem to show. Yeah, Jay Hartnell is the first one that goes to the intermediate tires. And I think that isn't the right call. It still looks like it is full wet weather though. So we will see what the inters are like, but I'm not too sure about this call though. May have forgotten to like adjust the tires, but you'll see that in a lap. But to go already to intermediate tires? Not sure about that. Could be a good call, could be a bad call. What he feels confident with, I suppose then. I'll try to bolt on him for a bit then on the intermediates to see what the tires are like. And if he has wheel spin or not and stuff. You can easily see that in these corners here. Dylan has retired, what has happened there? What has happened there? I think Dylan may have crashed into the safety car there. And that is a stupid mistake if that was the occasion. And Dylan is out of this Grand Prix in the Haas. Oh god, that is a big one. That is a big DNF there. Yeah, if you like touch the safety car, you're... yeah, you don't even want to know what happens then. If you just touch it, you're just out, I think. Dylan's also left the session. Yeah, it's a big letdown now. Jay Hartnell pitting, yeah, I thought so. The intermediates are not the right call at this point. That is too early for that. It will be more towards the end. And there's a 5-second stop and go as well. And a fresh set of wet tires indeed. Yep, wet tires for him. Well, I think if it continues like this, we will be on the 2-hour mark when this race finishes. I'm pretty sure of that though. There is a rule that you only can race for 2 hours. There's a 2-hour time limit or something. At the moment we're already like 45 minutes to 50 minutes on the way. So we will see about that though. We'll keep that in mind. We'll watch the clock as well then. But yeah, I really hope we don't get to that point where we just need to drive for 2 straight hours. Because yeah, if you can't finish the race then it's just stupid, isn't it? Kevin now has benefited from that safety car. He is in P11. He needs to get up to P6 as soon as he can. And then just try and control it. safety car is in this lap. And for the first time this race, it is Thor who is in the lead here. Not Dylan anymore, but Thor is now in the lead. So the AlphaTauri is leading the field here. Go for a solid and nice restart. Don't do anything stupid, because that will be, yeah, horrifying for everyone. We end the last corners here. Let's ride on board with Thor here and see when he decides to give it a go. And that is already now, I think. Yep, Thor decided to give it a go. And that was a nice restart, because Lynx didn't see that coming at all. And he's already 1.6 seconds behind. That was a nice restart from Thor there. As William also was the inside of the Warrior. In the battle for P4 5 here. William is a P4 at this point. And Maguna Lynx still battling those for P2 and P3 here. William right behind Amaguna now. He's looking really rapid at this point. Can he make a move somewhere? With other battles as well. Kevin now trying to overtake Ju as fast as he can. The battle for P10 that is. Kevin in the slipstream there. He is towards the inside, I believe. He's going towards the inside. Yeah. Sending it towards the inside. Should need to leave a bit of space there, and he does that. Kevin is at the P10. Jax towards the inside of Echoed here in this corner. Whoa, that was really close. But clean racing for both drivers there, and Jack is up to P6. The Warrior gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As you have Bruce overtaking Ju as well, and he's trying to follow Kevin as soon as he can. He's trying to like really follow Kevin there, and we have Amaguna that's come off. Oh, Amaguna has come off there in the last corner, turn 20. And that is Amaguna down to 8th place. Has he picked up some damage? I think he has. We'll see that better in another view. Not sure. Really hard to see, but I think he hasn't, because it's still at the tail of Max, and Gainful Odds has binned it again in the horse. Hasn't caused a safety car, I think. No, it hasn't. As Kevin, no, oh, loads of battles here coming on. Kevin gets sandwiched a bit there, and we have Amaguna spinning with Max and Kevin. Yeah, that doesn't fit 3 wide there, does it? Oh, look at this battle, 4 wide almost there, and Kevin gets sandwiched again there. This time by G. Hartman and Swinney. He's down to 12th place again. But he really got sandwiched 2 times at this point. We have a virtual safety car as well. We have a virtual safety car. So drivers need to adapt to the delta speed at this point. If you if you overrule it, you can get a drive-through penalty. And you really want to avoid that, because you can only serve them when the safety car is not out. So yeah, that is really affecting your race. Let me say it like that. As we enter lap 23 out of the 56, we have Echoed in the pit lane here under virtual safety car conditions. May just go for a fresh set of wet tires. Kevin is pitting as well. And he took some damage there. He was sandwiched 2 times there. 2 times 3 wide. He was just in the middle there. Couldn't do anything. Gets a new nose on. But that isn't really Kevin's race at this point, is it? Still a P40 now. He is a P14, but P13. Because Amaguna and Max are still in the pits. As Wildog gets a 3-second time penalty under virtual safety car conditions, which is really not nice. But yeah, these things happen. Jack's got a really nice restart. He is trying to make a move in the Warrior. Towards the inside he goes. The Alpine is up to Lynx left the session. Has Lynx disconnected. Lynx has disconnected in the second place. I reckon he has. Yeah, you can literally see it, yeah. William to P2 now, and we have Jax who will benefit from that as well. Hopefully Lynx is back as soon as possible to take control of the car again. Because it's already down 2-3 places at this point. Oh, this is awful for him. This is awful for Ferrari team as well, who were in for a solid result. For the championship as well in constructors. They could do a very good job, but yeah. And Thor is now up 3.8 seconds on William. He is looking very strong at this point as the AlphaTauri driver. Wildog now to P5 because Lynx is disconnected. For the rest, no real battles at this point, which surprised me. Lynx is joined back. That is nice to see there. And we have a DNF. Oh, we have a DNF. But that is in the pit lane. That is in the pit lane, yeah. Chu has decided to call the day in the pit lane in the Aston Martin. Which puts Kevin now up to P12. And yeah. Still not enough though to win the championship. Yellow flag, yeah, that is just thingy, that is true. But the car will stick around though. The car is still on track. It will be removed soon probably by the game. It has glitched a bit now, I see. Timing screen is glitched as well. Which is not nice at all. But we have the 2 Ferraris here battling. We have Lynx and Jay Hartnell. Has Kevin come off? Kevin has binned it again. He has binned it, I think. And he is now in P14. Oh, it is not his day in the Mercedes. It is really not his day. What battles we've got going on? A bit hard to see without timing screen, but we have these battles between P6 and 9. Between Swenny, Bruce, Lynx and Jay Hartnell. They are battling it out on track here. Ooh, Lynx a bit laggy down my screen though. Thought it was in the wall there, but it was just lagging a bit. Timing sheets are back, which is nice to see. Jay Hartnell overtaking Lynx. Lynx is disconnected again. Lynx is disconnected again. Oh, that is really awful for him. Really awful. That's the second time already in the space of 2 laps. Warrior gets another 3-second time penalty though. He gets another 3 seconds to serve towards the end. What is his total like? 9 seconds already for the Warrior. There's already 9 seconds for him to serve. Amaguna gets another. No, not sure if it's another. He gets his first 3-second time penalty there of the race in the Alfa Romeo. So we have Bruce now very close behind Swenny. Can Bruce make a move on Swenny? No, we can't at this point. Links is joined back again. That is not the first time he is rejoining. Hopefully it does go well this time. Meanwhile, Amaguna and Kevin are hunting down Max here, but Max, the gap from Max to game for ons is already 12 seconds. So that is really hard to close that gap without a safety car. And especially to P6. That is going to be one hell of a mission there for Kevin. At this point he gets 2 points, which just isn't enough. So yeah. I think he's just hoping for a bit of retirement. Bruce enters P6 there, overtakes Swinney in that battle. Yeah, Swinney is really at the tailback again of Bruce here, as Jay Hartnell is also still in for that battle, and Wild Dog is not safe as well for all of them. He is not safe for any of them at this point. When we'll see a move of someone, will Swinney decide to make a move on Bruce, or Bruce maybe on Wild Dog. Wild Dog, Bruce and Swinney are all using loads of ERS there. Bruce, he's deciding to back out of that one, on that attack on Wild Dog. So we're almost halfway this Grand Prix here. It will be a Grand Prix of 2 hours, I think. That is a yellow flag. And Jay Hartnell and Swinney came together there. I saw debris on the track. So who has got some damage there? Will it be Swinney or Jay Hartnell? I reckon it will be Swinney though, I'm not sure. We'll see who comes to the pits and who doesn't. Now we have Max and Amaguna battling now. Battle for P12, 13 and 14. Kevin joined the party as well. Kevin goes towards the inside. Oh, Dylan. Amaguna goes wide. And Kevin towards the outside of Amaguna. Yes, he's made the move. Steggy's at the P12 at this point. And Jay Hart was the one that got damage from that contact with Swinney. He is down to P11, maybe P12 if Kevin is back in time, which he is, as Amaguna and Max. So Jay Hart will be towards the back of the grid now, P14, yes he will. Bruce is a few tenths behind Wild Dog, but I think it's only a matter of time when Bruce will overtake him at this point if he continues to his form like this. Do we have other battles at this point? Amaguna is letting Kevin a bit go here. Yeah, Kevin is really pushing, I think. He needs to be really pushing, because he needs to get that P6. It is just all or nothing, isn't it? He's praying for another safety car, I reckon that, but there is still 14 people in this race, which actually surprises me though, in a positive, this positive. Like, still 14 people in. Sandfold, where I commentated, was a lot worse. That was actually one of the worst thingies of finishes I've seen in ages. That was just a massacre. Bruce is trying to make a move on Wild Dog. Towards the inside he goes. And Bruce is up to P5. Wild Dog touched the back of Bruce there a bit. William gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Not even track limits, but literally corner cutting. Not sure what happened there. But Kevin got the fastest lap again with about 50.693. We have Jax also really close behind William, to be fair. What is Thor's time penalty like? 6 seconds. Ooh, so Jax wins the Grand Prix at this point in the Alpine. And I take when that Alpine will win the constructor title as well. I'm pretty sure of it. But William is forcing Jax a bit off track there, and Jax gets a 3 second because of it. That will be reviewed by the stewards, I think, that battle. I'm not sure though. But Jax has forced his way up to P2 at this point. William goes really wide. As we have Swinny battling it out with Wild Dog. Swinny up to 6th place or not? Yep, Swinny is up to 6th place here. We enter lap 29 at this point. We are past halfway this race. Yeah, it's one hell of a race at this point, isn't it? I mean, it's really close battling. All the drivers pretty close to each other. It's really nice to see. Eckhout going really wide there. We have William who needs to let Jax go a bit. Kevin, a new fastest lap for him on 50.241, and he is on the mission, isn't he? Amaguna can't follow Kevin at this point. He really needs to let him go. He needs to let the Mercedes go in front of him. As we have like no real battles going on the track though. Everyone like a second behind each other or something. But it's nice though, because we finally are actually racing instead of being behind the safety car. Hopefully not commentators curse now and we get a safety car. But Thor is already 28 laps on these watts, as is William, 25 laps for the Warrior. Wild Dog 28 laps, on Lynx Peace 28 laps, but Lynx hasn't joined back, I think, has he? Yeah, he has. Yes, he has, alright. Hopefully we will not exceed the 2-hour limit of the race, because that would be stupid. But yeah. Oh, bit of fuel split for William. He kept control of the car anyway though, but that looked a bit bad, eh? But yeah, these tires are already pretty old though. I think some of the drivers are trying to stretch them until it's time for intermediates, if it's gonna be time for intermediates. Because you never know for sure, do you? Lynx is put in. Was he on an old set? Yes, he has 29 laps, that is really old. And Lynx is deciding to pit. No risks for him. 3 second time for Amaguna, and a new fastest lap for Kevin as well. He's up to P10. And now he is really forcing his way through. But yeah, it's still a long way to go to P6 though. It's still a very long way to go. Hopefully it doesn't get a time penalty for him, but as there's 2 Ferraris right behind each other here, Jay Hartman Lynx, only a second separate them. P13, P14 though. Jax is closing the gap a bit to Thor. That was 3.8 I reckon, and it is now 2.4. So Thor is losing ground a bit here. So you can see the really nice weather effects there on the screen on the camera. You couldn't see anything anymore at one point. Really nice, they made it that realistic though. Yeah, I really hope actually they will fix the bugs in next year's game, to be fair. I mean, in F1 2022, if there's one thing I would like, there's just the removal of these bugs. Don't ask for more. But we have a yellow flag, and who is that? Is that William? That is the Rebel of William. He looked a bit twitchy at that point, and now he has been at that point, yeah. Yellow flag sector 2 and 3, and who is that? That was Max, I think? Not sure what happened there. Didn't really get to see it. But yeah, William has come off, and that's allowed the Warrior to go up P3, and Bruce is now P4. He's doing absolute great job at this point. Kevin now going for 115.0, fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And that we are already close to the 149s at this point. And Amaguna has decided to call it a day in the pit lane. That is already like the third or fourth guy at DNFs in the pit lane. But yeah, can't blame him. He has already secured the third place in the championship, so he has nothing to fear. Links though, 4 tenths, 3 tenths behind Max. Can he make a move as soon as he can? At this point it is a bit tough of the track. Would wait until the straight. As Lynx is up to P12 now. He overtook Max fair and square there. Yellow flag. Oh, that is just Amaguna, like, yeah. That's the game, removing Amaguna's car. As we have Bruce 4 tenths behind the Warrior now, 4 tenths separate them. Can he make a move on the Williams driver? Because Williams is actually... Oh, they're doing a great job. Yeah, P3 and P8. That is actually a pretty decent job, I'm not gonna lie. But I think that won't be enough for the constructors though. I think it won't. Yeah, Mercedes is not doing a great job in terms of constructors. Ferrari as well. They still have both drivers in though. I think the advantage of Alpine was like 26 points or something. Wilder gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As who is off? Who is off? Is that William again? That was William again, I think, who was off. The twitch in the S section there. I think he needs to pit very soon. These tires are burning at this point, they are screaming. But Taurus are still on the same tires as well. They are 32 laps old, man. I think they'll be dead at this point. They're taking him a very long way and just try to maybe go to Inters in the end, but I wouldn't gamble it on the Inters though. Really wouldn't. As we see Kevin closing the gap to Gainful Odds in the Haas. Can Kevin make a move on Gainful Odds? Yes, he can. He makes a mistake and Kevin is up to P9. And now he comes really close towards this championship. It is going to go down right on the wire. Ooh, Bruce really close behind the Warrior. 2 tenths. Oh, can he send it towards the inside in the Red Bull? He's not doing that, no. The Warrior stays in P3 at this point. Towards the S section they go. Not an easy section here. We have a yellow flag. I think that wasn't anyone, was it? We had a yellow flag for no reason, I think, at all. Bruce and the Warrior are actually, yeah, really close. But we have a yellow flag there. Who is that that's come off? Is that the William? Yes, it's William once again though. Oh, I really think he should be pitting now, man. He really should be pitting now. Kevin, that has allowed Kevin up to P8. P8 for Kevin at this point. 2 seconds behind Eckhout now. And all the guys in front of him have time penalties to their names and he hasn't. Jax is really close to Thor. He's only 7 times behind Thor at this point on track. Kane for loss gaining place there. It goes to P9. William now P10. Let's see for another battles. I think these are the only battles we have at this point. Baru is now still really close behind the Warrior. He just can't seem to overtake him on track. Nah, gap is too big to send it there towards the inside. That is a bit of too big gap there. How many minutes we still have remaining? I think like 45 minutes to do 22 laps. Oh, it's gonna be a close call here. William is in the pit lane finally. Talk gets another 3 seconds to his name. Oh, that is really bad news for him. That he gets another 3 seconds. And he still needs to pit, you know. The Warrior also still needs to pit and Wild Dog as well. And William goes to intermediates. William to intermediates. I really want to see him drive with that. I'm going on board with him to get a bit of a view on how the inters are. They are not ideal. It is not time for inters. He's losing loads of time to Max as well. No, it's not time for the inters, man. Could be like a mistake that he forgot to switch the tires, but these tires are not looking faster at this point. The Warrior and Bruce are now finally switching possessions, I think. Bruce is up to P3. He finally has made a mistake on the Warrior. I think he's glad he got past him there. The Warrior and Thor are already on 35 lap old wets now, so when will they decide to come into the pit lane? Really will gamble it on the inters towards the end. Now William is losing too much time in his intermediates, man. This was a bad call to do the intermediate tires. You always can gamble, but this was a pretty bad call for him. Kevin 4/10s behind Eckhout now. In the Mercedes. That is on the battle for P7, but he needs to get P6. Not P7, but P6. So yeah. But will he get it done on time penalties though? Yeah. At this point... At this point not though, but only like a few seconds. So I think Kevin can make that up to Wild Dog. That's gonna be close, man. We have the really nice battle between P1 and P2 here, between Thor and Jax. Can Jax make a move on Thor? Because I think he knows that Thor still needs a pit though. He does know that. Thor is still staying out. But for how many laps can he do that still? 20 laps to go. Actually 21. 21 laps to go actually. Ooh, bit twitchy there, Kevin. A bit twitchy there. He almost lost it then. And Eckhout is going really wide there at that point. Can Kevin try to make a move here towards the inside of the Williams driver? He is trying it. And can he make it stick? Oh, this will be very close. Yeah, he can make the move stick. Kevin is up to P7. and only 3.5 seconds behind Wild Dog, which means he will get P6, so Kevin is virtually winning the championship. He actually is virtually winning this championship, so of all the drama has come down to this at this point, in the last 20 laps that need to be driven. Do we have other battles? We don't really have other battles on track, but I see Kevin is gaining rapidly on Wild Dog there, massively, closing the gap really massively, and he gets a purple sector 2 there. We have a yellow flag in sector 1. Thor has been in the pit lane. Oh, did they both come together there? I'm not sure, but that has caused a safety car. Ooh, that's a stupid one to cause a safety car like that. And I'm really sure we will exceed the time of this end. Yeah, I think we will. 20 laps to be driven. And we have a safety car. And guess who's leading? Good old Brucey is leading. And then we have Jackson P2 and Sweeney in P3. We'll talk about a P4. Yeah, Thor P4 with Warrior P5, Wilder P6, P7. Nah, he's in the pit lane, alright. Echo P6. Wild Dog is going for a new set of wets. Kevin for intermediates. He is going for intermediates. Oh, loads of guys for intermediates actually. It is maybe time for intermediates indeed. And Kevin couldn't get that move done there on links. He needs to be, yeah, he needs to get behind the Ferrari. But yeah, we already see a few guys going to the intermediates here. And maybe this time now, Wilder gets another 3-second time penalty under safety car conditions. That's already 6 seconds under safety car. Yeah. Can't really say anything about it. William, the same for William. 3-second time penalty under safety car conditions. You know you're going to be behind everyone in like a few minutes. It's just not sending then on that point. Just try not to take any risks at that point. But yeah, we will exceed the time limit, no doubt about that. Lap 37 though, out of the 56. As we see Bruce pitting for intermediates, I think. They're all coming for intermediates at this point, I think. Yeah, oh, Kobe as well, yeah. Just pitted for fresh set of full whites, now he's getting for inters. Because it is time for inters, like they predicted in the weather forecast. What does Wild Dog, what does Kobe think? That is the P11? Yeah, it's P11. And Lynx has disconnected again. This is already the 3rd time. Oh, that is just madness for him, man. That is really awful for him. It is indeed trying a bit up at this point. It doesn't really look full wet anymore indeed, and we are all on, not all, but most of them are on intermediates at this point. Yeah, only Gainful Odds isn't full wet. Lynx isn't full wet, but he's disconnected again, and Max is still on full wet. All the rest are intermediates at this point. So Kevin made the right call there, coming in early and putting out these intermediates, as did 3 or 4 other drivers. Of all the dramas coming down to this for Kevin here, it's really coming down to this. To these last laps here around the Circuit of the Americas. But will the safety car come in this lap? It will be in this lap. We get a notification of race control that the safety car is in this lap, which is really nice to see. And Lynx has joined back. That is really also awesome to see. You can see him taking control of the car. Gainful odds and Bruce. What is happening there with gainful odds? I'm not sure what's happening here though. They're still under safety car conditions, mate. I'm not sure what happened there. May have come off or something, I'm not sure, but yeah. Lynx get a 5-second time penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. Oh, that's a stupid way. I'm not sure why that was. Is it overtaken gainful odds there or something? Jax, when will you decide to go for it though? Not yet. No, he has. Bit of wheel spin. Lynx is pitting. He's going to intermediate as well. What is happening here? We have the Warrior going towards the inside of Bruce. And is Bruce now really stuck behind the Warrior again? Oh, next to each other, I think. They are. Bruce is in front. William retires from the session. That is a DNF for William there. In turn 2, I think that is. Will it cause a virtual safety car? I really hope it won't. And it won't. It has removed the car from the track already. Kevin is now in P7. He is trying to make a move in gainful odds to go to P6. As we have Jay Hartnell, a wild dog, battling it out from battle for P10 and 11. Wild dog goes towards the inside of Jay Hartnell. Can he make a move? The Alfa Romeo driver on the intermediates. Ooh, trying a bit of switchback there from Jay Hartnell, but Wild Dog goes up to P10 at this point. And Kevin is up to P6, which means he has the championship secured at this point. So yeah. So we have Swain who gets another 3-second time penalty added to his name. It isn't the best race for him at this point, but he's still in P5. Was that with a fast lap? I couldn't really see what that was. Torstella's fast lap on 49.2 for him. As Gainful Odds is pit in, yeah, he's still on the full wet. And this time for Inters, obviously. As we enter lap 40. The battle for the lead though. Jax is running away with it at this point. He's walking away with it. Kevin is closing the gap to Swinney. And Wild Dog is really close behind Max here. Max is still on full wets. Wild Dog gets a bit hold up there. And Jay Hartnell benefits from that. And Jay Hartnell's up to P8. And Kobe now up to P9, overtaking Max as well. But now he's stuck behind Jay Hartnell again. And needs to battle him again there on track. Meanwhile, Kevin 3/10 behind Swinney. And he got himself a time penalty. And how much seconds? Oh, it's only 3 seconds though. So at this point he's fine. But he doesn't need to get another 3 seconds added to his name. Because that could really spice the thing, heat the things up a bit. Still 16 laps to go after this though, so it's far from over yet. Let us see if Kevin can win the championship or will it be Dixon? Will it be Kevin or will it be Dixon? You will get that answer in, what is it, 25 minutes or something? Half an hour? In half an hour we will have that answer. Bruce 6 behind Thor here. Still not letting him go with that. What would the virtual, like, final standings be? But time penalties are really hard to say. Okay, Jax will definitely win it. With Bruce and P2, I can see that. But then it's going to getting a bit tough. I think Kevin will take P3 at this point if it stays like this. So yeah, that's that covered up again, cleared up a bit again. Swinney really close behind the Warrior here, 3 tenths behind him. He is not making a move at this point. Bruce is closing in on Thor at this point. Still 15 laps to go. It's still all on the marks here, still on the table to grab, so let's see who will come out on top. If Jags doesn't make any errors, it will be Jags, but still needs to claim it though. Still needs to clinch it here and finish the race. They've told me before, the chance is there that we would exceed the time. So yeah, the 2 hour mark. It will be a very close one to call. Still have I think half an hour. I think we have half an hour still remaining, so I think we'll be good. It will be close though. Kevin is trying towards the inside of Swinney. Do not do stupid things here, because you are winning the championship. So Kevin is up to P5. Yeah, Kevin up to P5. Swinney down to P6. Kevin also behind the Warrior. Can he make an overtake on the Warrior as well then? That would be 2 places gained in the space of 2 corners. He's not taking that risk, he doesn't need to as well. As long as he doesn't do something like he did in Sandford when I last commentated. It were, what was it, 71 laps? And he was driving, and I think he was leading for 70 laps. And in the last lap or something, or 2 laps from the end, he got overtaken by Amaguna, and he really wanted the possession back, and he binned it. I think it was turn 4 or something, like, yeah, turn 4 it was, I think. He binned it there, and that costed him 33 to 40 points. So don't make that mistake again, and just finish the race now and you will be fine. But Thor tried to make him. Thor's made a move on Bruce here. They battled it out. Yeah, Bruce tried to make a move with Thor, didn't let that happen. Kevin really close behind the Warrior now. It's when he needs to let Kevin go a bit here. Bruce overtaking Thor. Thor actually went a bit wider, as you could see. I think the guys are glad that we are finally enters though. Full ads is really awful. Times are going to get faster. What do we have for times now? 146 is Jay Hartnell's 46.7. It's like 4 or 5 seconds a lap quicker than the full wets. So yeah. Kevin trying to make a move on the Warrior again. He's like not an easy person to pass. Don't take any risks. So that's one thing I can say here. I know at Sandford he did that and it didn't work out well. So we're not recommend doing it again. Especially not on the wet. We still have 13 laps to be driven. 12 and a half to be a bit precise, but 12 and a half laps to be driven. Who will come out on top here? Who will win the championship? You'll see that in the upcoming 13 laps. At this point it looks like Kevin has it. It just will not let it go, but yeah. You never know, you know what I mean? Sandford leading for 70 laps, crashing at last lap, yeah. These things happen and I think he has learned from that as well. I really hope he has. Thor half a second behind Bruce now. Bruce is seeming a bit faster than Thor here. But they are already 2.5 seconds behind Jax here. Let's see, Kevin still not able to make a move on the Warrior. The Warrior bins it! The Warrior bins it! And that is Kevin up to P4, Swain up to P5. He loses a lot of time with that as well. That won't cause a safety car, virtual safety car I think, because he has safety a bit there. So he doesn't have, I don't know if he has damage, I think he has a bit of damage. So he will be in the pit lane. Probably. Let's see if he got some damage from that. Will he have damage? No, he won't. He hasn't damage from that, so that is really nice to see. He decided to keep him going there. Jay Hartnell 7 times behind Eckholt now. As we have the Alpine drivers doing a wicked job. Oh yeah, Alpine driver actually, because there's only one at the point. But that is 40 points for Alpine. And oh, yellow flag. Thor is out. Thor is out of the Grand Prix. And that has caused a virtual safety car though. Luckily not a safety car, but a virtual safety car. So they will need to adapt to a Delta again. And he's left the session immediately, I can imagine. And that is already 8 drivers out of this Grand Prix I think, and then or 9 even, not 8 or 9. But there is still 11 drivers remaining in this Grand Prix. Loads of DNS tonight obviously. But to bend it or something in the last 10 or 11 laps, must be fuming with that. To try and full west and then to crash and into us. I won't like it. But we have Swaney now 8 tenths behind Kevin still. And we get a go again from the race control. And we enter lap 46 here. 11 laps to be driven here. The Warrior in the pits, so he has picked up some damage, you know. May have picked up some damage, or he may just retire. I'm not sure what he's going to choose, but we will see that later on. As we have Swaney only 8 tenths and now behind Kevin. Almost a second at this point. Warrior's keeping on going, that's really nice for him. Oh, come together with Max there. J Hartnell now 6/10 only. Oh no, so no 6/10. 6/10 being Icot now in the Williams. Jack's still leading though in the Alpine. Still nothing to worry for him. He will clinch the Grand Prix here tonight if Bruce. What is it? Like 3 seconds for both of them. And then we have Kevin only 5 seconds behind Jack, so still could go any way to be fair. As we still have 10 laps to drive. Max overtook the Warrior there in the battle for P9 and P10. Just right on board with these guys because these guys look like they're battling it out greatly here. So let's see that here. Can Warrior make a move here on Max? He is 6/10 behind. Meanwhile, though, Jay Hartnell also really close behind Icot. Let's watch this battle. Can the Ferrari driver, oh, the Warrior again in the pit lane, picked up again some damage, and I think he might, yeah, he decided to call it a day in the pit lane. That was what I was about to say. We have, yeah, there's a lot of retirements already. The Warrior is the next victim, so there's still 10 drivers in this Grand Prix here. Jay Hartnell now 4/10 behind Icot. He's too far off to make a move there though. He was looking a bit though, was peeking a bit, but he couldn't do it there. The Warrior left the session obviously though. Yeah, looks like it's going to stay in the weather, so that is actually pretty nice to see. We won't see any slicks today. I've said that before on the stream in the start. We won't see any slicks today. This wasn't the weather forecast, so yeah. Jay Hartnell is letting Icot a bit go now. He's 1 second behind now. Now 8/10's back, yeah. Now he's closing the gap a bit rapidly again. We know Icot is a very consistent driver though. So the chances he might win it is not that big though. They are not that big at all. What are the time penalties like? We all both have 6 seconds to the name. Wildog has 18, man. 18 seconds to serve. Oh, that is gainful odds at this point in front of Wildog then, and Wildog down to 8th place. As we have still Jay Hartnell behind Icot. The rest, we have no real battles on track to be fair. In terms of tires, everyone is on Inters, I suppose, yeah. Everyone is on Inters, have pitted around the same lap, all of them. For the rest, there's nothing much more to say to be fair. Only this battle really like to watch out for. Still 7 or 8, no, still 8 laps to be driven. Still 8 laps to go though. We will not exceed the time, which is really nice to see. Unless though there is going to be not a safety car, which I'm hoping and reckon is not going to be. But yeah, you never know. And as I say it, Max bins it. And that that hasn't called a safety car, that hasn't caused a safety car or even a virtual safety car. Jay Hartnell is really stuck behind Eckhout at this point. He's literally stuck behind him. Can't really make a move, and Max has been there, I think. Safety car, yeah. Commentator's curse, isn't it? That has caused another safety car, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the fourth already. Yeah. Nothing much more to say. It will be a 3 or 4 lap shootout in the end. But oh my god, to have a safety car 8 or 7 laps, yeah, from the end, not ideal for all the drivers. As it still 9 drivers in though. We have 9 drivers still driving around, but there already are, what is it, like 11 DNFs? It's already 11 DNFs. 9 drivers still finishing though at this point. As Max is the next victim of this not very easy circuit. Lap 50 though, lap 50 out of the 56. 7 laps to go. And we're now behind the safety car. Let's wait for everyone to catch up to the field. Gameful Odds is in the pit lane. For new tires or retiring, was he going to do a new front wing or something? Just a new set of tires on for him. For the shootout it is. Lynx is doing the same probably. I think the safety car will be out for one more lap because of this. Yeah, new set of tires as well for Lynx. These two will be rapid because there are new intermediates. Oh god, to have a safety car this close to the end. Now I am afraid we will exceed the time. 15 minutes or something. Oh, 15 minutes or something, yeah. Because the stream is already on for 1 hour and 54 minutes. But I'll start streaming like 5 to 10 minutes in advance, so that it gives us 15 minutes in it. 15 minutes from now on. We're entering lap 51 though, but yeah. Perhaps it will be one of the longest Grand Prix these guys have driven. Wets in America. America is a very long circuit as well. Jay Hartnell is pitting as well for a new set of intermediates, I suppose. I think everyone is trying to do that. Yeah. Most guys who were really behind are pitting for new intermediates. So yeah, at this point it looks like Kevin is going to be a champion here. It looks like he's going to be a... Oh, there is Swinny driving in the back of Kevin there, if I'm not mistaken. Does it cause a time penalty for Kevin? Yes, it did. I think it did. Did it cause a 5-second time penalty there for Kevin? Yeah, that will be... Oh... That will be removed though, but that is just awful to get one. Safety car will be in this lap. I can say that now to you guys because everyone is behind the safety car now, apart from Lynx, but he is close to them as well. So we still have half a lap to go. We will have a 5-lap shootout then for the win here. And Bruce, if he wants to win here, he needs to really try and overtake Jack as fast as he can and just defend this. And just defend as hard as he can. Defend like a lion. But yeah, that's what he basically needs to do. Will the safety car be in this lap? I think we got the notification. Yeah, we got it. Safety car in this lap. So Jax is leading the field though. Or isn't it in this lap? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. So Jax will back up the field here. Well, will he decide to go because he knows Bruce is listening to me? I think he is right next to Jax here already. Jax decided to give it a go. Bruce anticipated pretty well on it. And there's Swinny binning it. In the wall he goes. Don't tell me there's another safety car. Oh, that was awful to see that. Swinny is out. And we have 12 victims tonight here. And 8 finishes at this point. What a championship it has been actually. And out of all the drama it goes down to this specific moment here. Swinny's still standing there though. It's now been cleared as we have 4.5 laps to go. This is ridiculous. This race is it's just been mental, wasn't it? It was just a mental race this. And there's still 4.5 laps to race. And everyone right at the tail of each other. And Kevin is trying to overtake Bruce here. He knows that 5-second time penalty will get removed in the end. So that is actually the virtual battle for P2. Echoed and Jay Hartnell battling it out there for P5, P6. Echoed defending that plays well there. Jay Hartnell is up to P5 or not? Yes, he's up to P5, but Lynx is already behind as well. And we have Wild Dog spinning. Wild Dog spinning around there. And there's his race going for Batu was at this point. He has done a pretty decent job in racing, but that spin has really, yeah, just fucked him over there. Will he do pits? No, he won't. He will finish this race. He's dedicated for that, I know him. That is nice to see. 4 laps to go though. With Jax and Bruce in P1, P2, but Kevin close behind, winning the championship virtually. Still needs to finish though. It is not over yet here. Who gets fast stab at this point actually? Fast stab at this point is also for Kevin on 45.7. So that gets him another extra point. Really foggy here on the camera there. Was a bit foggy there. But we see Jay Hartnell try to make a moving game for Lords here. Who is... Actually, let me get this straight here. In terms of time penalties though. 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Oh, I think Gainful Odds is in the mix to be third at this point actually. If we can keep the gap a bit to Kevin. And otherwise we'll finish P4. Will be an awesome job for him. 3 laps to go though. 3 laps. Kevin is 3 laps away from the championship here, and he knows that. He is letting Bruce and Jax go here. Maybe on purpose, may not be on purpose, I'm not sure, but... With 3 laps to go, it's still all for the grasp here. Still all really nice battles, but we have Che Hartnell Echo battling though with Lynx right behind, and they are right behind Gainful Odds in the Haas as they enter the second sector now to go to the big straight line here. Loads of elevation changes as well in the USA here on this track. Elevation changes which cause the temperature, the tires actually to overheat, and it gets loads of tire wear on the tires, especially in dry circumstances though. Lynx gets a move launched here on Akkad in the battle for P6 and P7 though. Lynx up to P6 now, but first it will be P5 because Jay Halton has a time penalty. Lynx switch back Akkad there, a really nice move. Akkad down to P7 at this point. Two laps to go. A purple lap for Kevin it was, I saw. Well, from 45.6. I didn't get the notification for it, but... Or maybe it did, and didn't get it, I think. But... Kevin got new fastest lap of the Grand Prix here. With 2 laps to go. Oh man. We are actually on the border, like actually the border to cross the time limit, man. So close. The thing is, it will be 2 hours. By far the longest race I've commentated on in ages and forever, I think. Let's see here. Jay Hartnell still behind the gate for odds. We have a yellow flag, sector 2, that is Wild Dog again. Kobe is around again in the S section. Hopefully we can just finish the race and get P8. That at least we'll get some decent points. Do we see there is a purple sector 2 for Bruce? Purple sector 2 for Bruce there. And we will enter the last lap, and he's only 6/10 away from the win though. He's 6/10 away from the win. But try and get him then, but yes. Oh, it is hard, man. It's hard to catch a guy like Jack here. As we enter the last lap here, we enter the last lap, final lap of the Grand Prix. Let's try and board where Jack's for that one a bit. Oh, I have battles going on here. Actually, with Bruce, there's a bit more to see, because he's challenging here for the win, the Red Bull, in the final race of the season as well. Seems to nail these corners pretty nicely though. Let's see here, let's ride on board with Jax on his last lap in the Alpine. Bruce is using all his ear as he can, as is Kevin, but they can't literally catch each other here. last sector now for all these drivers. Last sector of Season 3 as well, as we have a few weeks of a break until we can go again here in the 100% league and go again in T1 and stuff, which we're going to commentate on as well. Right on board with Jax, who is going to win tonight's Grand Prix. Jax is now going towards the last corner, and it is Jax who wins the Grand Prix here, and Kevin is a champion in the 100% league, and Alpine is the constructor champion and has gained. Oh, that was just a bit of a mess in round, but Gameful Odds got P3 there, so really nice job from him. But Kevin will get these 5 seconds removed, I think, so virtually be P3 and P4 for Gameful Odds. Not sure if it's getting removed though. Wildog is the last to going to cross the finish line in P8, but yeah, it is Kevin who is a champion, so congratulations for that, Kevin, and congratulations to Alpine for winning the Constructors Championship. It has been one hell of a season actually, and Kobe crossed the finish line in P8. He's the last one to finish here. Huge respect for all the drivers that finished tonight, because it weren't the nicest of circumstances here. We can go to the podium now with Jax, who's taking a bit of a selfie here and celebrating his victory with that. Takes home the trophy as well for Alpine, who crown themselves Constructor Champions, as Mercedes have their individual title here in Season 3. Popping the champagne here. So this was your race here around the USA. Jack finishes a P1, Bruce coming on P2. Really nice job from both of them. And now we've Gameful Odds, who came home in P3. It's an awesome job for him there, with Kevin in P4 and winning the championship. Jay Hart on P5, Lings on P6, we have Aqua P7, Wildog P8, and all the rest of the drivers have retired. Here are Swinny, Max, The Warrior, Thor, William, Amaguna, Joe, Dylan, Eat My Dust, Snipe, Hunter, Moody, and COTA. So that was it for tonight, guys. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace, guys.